Now we're having this sa produce, and this is Hawai si Cordillera. Kahit hindi nila ako sinama doon. And this is also the foundation of our flavors here in the Philippines, and ingredients that shapen our Filipino cuisine, specifically Cordillera menu for tonight. And for this produce, gumamit kami ng dalawang klase. Meron tayong fresh produce and also we dried produce. And here in Nepal, we always rely sa mga natural sweetness ng vegetables and fruits natin. Lalong-lalo tong orange na to from Sagada. This is a
we have
local
orange.
Yes. And this dried produce naman, katulad ng dried local mushroom from Cordillera, it's hard. Sila na may nagbibigay ng warmth and also ng complexity sa menu. And meron din tayong mga heirloom rice. That one is from their ancestor pa din pinasa sa mga new generation ngayon. And this one is also meron din tayong pinipig katulad na sa halo-halo, and also pop rice, black heirloom pop rice. And this jar is kombucha. Then what's inside is a SCOBY, yung color white. SCOBY is a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. So para siyang natikoko na maasim. And also a good probiotic. And that one serve as your palate cleanser later together with this soybean. Spoil na kita, you're having a taco.
Yes. Wow.
So this area naman, meron tayong root crab. Gumamit din kami ng kamote, singkamas, yakun, and also ube. That ube is served as your snacks later. And ginamit namin itong bubud. This bubud is a yeast sa Cordillera. Is ginagamit nila to ferment their rice wine called tapuy. And later sa snacks niya, magkakaroon kayo ng fermented ube using this bubud. And this area naman, meron tayong mga smoked meat. So meron tayong etag. Etag is a salt cured and also air cured. So this is their way to preserve their meats without using a refrigerator or just to survive. And meron din tayong longganisa. So yung Cordilleran version is a skinless and a garlic forward. And this black sausage is a pinuneg. It's a blood sausage. So parang siyang longganisa na may dinuguan inside pero may sariling distinction. And of course, hindi ka pwede mo galing Baguio na walang pasalubong na strawberry. So, yung nasa tabi naman is our local blueberry. Meron tayong local blueberry. And also, lastly is our burong kanin or fermented rice for your bread course later. So, basically, this is just a preview of what's on your table or what's on your hapag for your dinner. And for another experience, we'll give you a quick tour sa open kitchen. Yeah. And please follow me. Slow it down.
Is Lucia together with Miss Julia. I will be taking care of your table for tonight. So may inom po first time po nila mag-dine sa Hapag or so, thank you so much po for celebrating your birthday tonight po sa Hapag. So
It's a late one. I got a bit sick.
so parang late po.
So I can enjoy the taste. I can
yes.
better. Now,
Yes.
perfect.
Salamat po.
Salamat din.
Then, of course, you can use your guide as well as the menu. So, here at Tapag po, we change our menu every 6 to 8 months. So, yung first po is yung Western Visayas. Next is yung Western Mindanao. And then tonight, we'll be having the Cordillera region naman. And our menu was made by our local artist, Miss Christine Taziav. And it is a collection of illustrations the team encountered during their trip sa Cordillera. So first, we have the heirloom rice varieties that have been passed down through generations. We also have a handcrafted Kalinga textiles made by Ruel and Irene Timuyag. So samples is your table runners for tonight. Then we also have Apo Wangon. So familiar po ba sila kay Apo Wangon? One of the most renowned mambabatok or yung traditional tattoo artist po sa Cordillera, and her signature Frida tag. And then she is already 109 years old na. Yes. And then we also learned different culinary techniques that shaped every course. Then inside are your 8-course meals. So if mapapansin po nila, puro illustrations lang. Since we'll be sharing the inspirations and stories behind this dish, as well as the local ingredients and culinary techniques. Then, this is the team who went to Cordillera with Apo Wangod. So, binisita po nila si Apo Wangod. Also, nagpatattoo rin po sila doon. Yes. So, ito po si Apo Wangod. Ayan. And then, this is the view of Banawe Rice Terraces captured by Carl de Macolangan. And this is the inspiration behind their first course. So this is our sous chef, Chef Atali, participating in the Liniko ritual. So no first day po nila sa Cordillera, tinuruan ko sila kung paano gumawa ng liniko. So it is a traditional Cordillera method of smoking the chicken over fire to remove any leftover na mga like feathers. And then, tinanggal po nila yung internal organs ng chicken and then binend po yung limbs or liko-liko para kumasya dun siya sa pot po na yun and then binoil po nila. Then, during the same day, tinuruan din po sila paano gumawa ng pinunog. So, pinunog, it is a sausage made of pork without blood. That's why your first course is composed of 2 dishes because they were taught on the same day. Also, to complement your menu, we have beverage pairings. So, parang nakaset po siya. So, for non-alcoholic, it's 2,700 and then for the wine pairing, it's 3,000. But if you prefer, we also have a la carte drinks po. So, we have cocktails, teas, and coffees. Also, may I know if you have any restrictions or allergies? Or wala?
No.
Wala.
That's why I came on a perfect
Yes.
condition.
Para lahat po.
Yes.
Salamat po.
Thank you.
Then your first course will be served in a few minutes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For your first course, this one is called Duck Liniko and Pinunog. So instead of using chicken, we use duck. So we serve that with our duck consomme and then top with some citrus oil for balance. Then alongside, that's our pinunog. So instead of pork po, we use duck's meat. So underneath po niyan is yung chicken skin twill and then top with duck pinunog. Then we added some roasted garlic mousse, some pickled beetroots, and pickled singkamas. I suggest you have a little sip of the soup and then take a bite of the ham. Then do it again, like alternate lang. Salamat! Have you decided for your drinks?
Guyabano, known for its sweet, a bit tangy, and also creamy in terms of flavor. So it will add another layer of freshness and sweetness to your upcoming next course, which is your snack. So you can expect a lot of different flavor from your snacks po. I hope you enjoy this one. Alright, just let me know if you want a top up for this one. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, good evening. So, by the way, I'm Piolo. So, for your next course, you'll be having snacks. So, this is snacks is inspired siya sa famous Pasalubong Center in Cordillera or in Baguio. So, the first one, you will be having ube tart. So, as familiar kayo sa Good Shepherd. So, ube jam. So, this one, yung version namin is a fermented ube halaya. So, we ferment it in 4 days. So, using a bubud. So, yung bubud is a yeast na ginagamit sa Cordillera para gumawa ng tapoy or rice wine. So, in our version na underneath, you will be having a savory pepper tart. And then you can expect tangy flavor on this ube because fermented siya. And then the next one, you will be having kinuday tartar. Or kinuday is a process siya ng meat in Cordillera. Kinur siya and smoked. So this one in our version is a lighter version. So meron siyang fresh and cured smoked na beef tartar. So and we put some salsa matcha, garlic charcoal aioli, and caviar on top. And then the last one, this one is mushroom dinakdakan. So inspired siya nung kumain sila Chef 30 and Chef natin na Gapa. So sinerve sa kanila is oyster mushroom lang. But this one is local Sagada mushroom. So mixed mushroom siya. Then this one mushroom is produced by our local supplier, which is Moldy Blooms. So in our version, we put it in our lumpia tart, and then we put some garlic, dinakdakan na yoli, fried cosmos, fried mushrooms, and then that's of tomato powder. Then I suggest before you start, you can start from tallest to smallest. Yeah, so from mushroom, kinuday, then ube.
I'll follow.
Yes. Hope you like it in your snacks.
Thank you.
We also have some fresh melons. We then dressed it in our gamet toba. So gamet is actually our local seaweed, so it's similar to nori. So we also have some pickles there to brighten it up, some fresh vegetables. And for texture, what we have there are some fried leaves. So the one on top, so it's fried mulberry and fried sweet potato leaves. Now for our second cooking technique, what we have there is our pork etag. So etag is also Cordillera. It's also one of Cordillera's famous delicacy. So as you can see here on the picture on the left, some sari-sari stores on the side actually sell them. So in a way, it's also considered as a cooking technique because it involves curing and smoking meat for long periods of time. So what we did there is we infused it in our leche de tigre ice cream, which is the one on your left. So it's a coconut-based ice cream filled with aromatics like ginger, turmeric, and bell pepper. So it's a savory ice cream. And below that are some fried etag bits. So it's similar to bacon, but it's smokier than your usual bacon. Now here's the marrying part. So to enjoy the dish, I recommend getting a scoop of the kinilo and a scoop of the ice cream together.
Okay.
Enjoy!
Their tour guide introduced them to a dish in Tuguegarao called Batil Patong. So are we familiar with Batil Patong? No. So Batil Patong is actually a pancit dish. So Batil means to mix, and then Patong, similar to the Filipino word Patong, to put on top. So when they went to Tuguegarao was actually very close to the Cordillera. That's why there was a lot of Batil Patong restaurants in Cordillera. So the chefs decided to incorporate this dish into our course for tonight. So this is what we will be having. Yes. So this dish is called pancit a la pogi. So it's called pancit a la pogi because there's a lot of toppings on it, like liver, and then there's chicken, crispy pork talahai or chicharron, and then there's some egg chop soup as well. Are you excited for our next dish?
First, we have the bread course. So this is just a preview of what will be in our bread course for tonight. So as for this course, we wanted to highlight the black rice that we get from Kalinga. So in a hapag style, if you can say, we actually fermented the rice. So are we familiar with buro? Yes. So since buro is usually made from cooked rice or seafood, we use the black rice with this. Yes. So this is just the process of how we fermented it. So this is the raw rice po. And then next we cooked it in some water. And then we fermented it with green mango for the acidity and sweetness for about 7 days. And then the final product will be cooked in butter and bagoong. And then here on the side naman po, we can see that there's some seafood. So the seafood here is actually the toppings that will be used for our bread course. And then here is the handmade sourdough starter of hapag. So our sourdough is actually called pan de kaling. I'll be leaving this here po so that you can sniff each stage of how we fermented it because they all have different aromas. So they can be a bit sour, they can be a bit umami. So I'll just leave this here po. Okay.
Alright, so as I mentioned earlier, we used our sourdough bread. So underneath, we have our homemade sourdough or the pan de kalinga. And then we have taba ng talangka. And then some bits of shrimp. And then for the herbs, we have some cosmos, local dill, and marigold for freshness. So please enjoy. Thank you.
Angel. And for your next course, this is your palette cleanser, the taho. So this is inspired with Baguio strawberry taho. So we use it as a palette cleanser to avoid, to challenge the use of taho or yung ating taho. Because we all know taho is a very good breakfast or a dessert meal. But here in Napag, ginamit natin siya as a palette cleanser. So you'll be having silken tofu, homemade silken tofu, pa. And we also gonna put 3 types of toppings for this one. So since this is inspired with strawberry taho and this is a palate cleanser, it's expected to be sour and tangy. So we use SCOBY for this one, the pellicle from our homemade kombucha. Actually, this kombucha is gawa pa ng store manager namin, si Miss Angel. So, and we also add sampinit arnibal. So if you are not familiar with sampinit, sampinit is a wild berry, our local raspberry. So, ginawa namin, nilakto namin siya for 3 days. And then, we put some muscovado sugar to make it arnibal. And this sago, or homemade sago, is made with hibiscus or the roselle. So, I suggest you mix everything first before eating it so that the flavor will be balanced. And I hope you enjoy it before your main course. Thank you.
It's sparkling tea, but this time in the flavors of Darjeeling, which is a famous black tea from India. So for this one, you can expect some mandarin flavor, also some wood spice. But really goes well with the main course for tonight. Alright, thank you very much. So you will be having your main course, and we actually called it Salo Salo. And Salo Salo, you can see it in every iteration of our menu here in Hapag. So every menu po, laging may Salo Salo. It's like our tradition here in Hapag po. So in these photos, this was taken in Roel's and Irene glass house. So Roel's and Irene prepared the breakfast for the chefs and other guests. So they sat around the dining table and they really enjoyed that moment together. So parang ang usapan nila during that time is before they head to Apo Wangkod Place in Buscalan po. So parang excited sila lahat na magkaroon ng tattoo kay Apo Wangkod. So yun po, it revolves around that table po for the story. And yung iba po hindi po masyadong prepared for this photo. So as you can see right here, this is Chef Sam, our pastry chef. So meron pa po siyang sa towel sa ulo po. So yeah, basically your next course will be the Salo Salo style. And then the other photos, this one is taken in Farmer's Daughter's restaurant in Baguio City po. So ganun din po, Salo Salo style din sila doon. So they ordered a lot of dishes. So you can expect a lot of dishes coming as well. For your main course. Move ko lang po. So again, this is your main course and we called it Salo Salo. And for us Filipinos, Salo Salo is not just a meal. It actually embodies Filipino hospitality. So it's our love of sharing our food with our friends and family po right here. So I'll be starting with your salad po. So we call this one a mix of mountain herb salad. So that one, it has some choysum, asparagus, sigarilyas, meron din po siyang singkamas. And then we sprinkled it with a few of our white puff rice and also some pili nuts and some edible petals as well. And then the next one, you have our own version of longganisa po. So we just glazed it with some muscovado sugar, so you can expect garlicky and a bit of a sweet in terms of flavor po. We also paired it with some sinama vinegar and also some pickled papaya right here and some sukang Ilocos aioli po. Then we dusted it with some malunggay powder. The next one, you have this prawn pinuneg. So pinuneg is usually a blood sausage in Cordillera, but here in Apag, we try to make it differently. So we try to replicate the tempura for this one. And right here, my head chef will going to drizzle some of our sauce for your beef tongue kiniing. So the sauce is made from beef Jew reduction with some tapoy. Tapoy, it's like the rice wine in Cordillera. We also paired it with some garlic puree, also some cucumber chimichurri, and some rakyu po. Rakyu, it's like their wild onion in Cordillera. And also back in your prawn pinuneg. So inside of it, you have the tiger prawn. We covered it with some pinuneg, which is made from black rice and some blood from duck po. And then on top of that, we just drizzled it with some chicken and duck liver mousse. It has also some sweet chili sauce and some herbs as well. And then lastly, right here, you have, of course, Filipino food will never be complete without the rice po. So we've made some rice for you. This is a combination of heirloom rice from Sagada. So meron po siyang black rice, white rice, and brown rice for that one. We just cook it with mushroom stock for that one. So I'll let you open that one because there's a joy of opening the rice po actually. And please sprinkle some of our fried shallots for your rice. You can make the banana leaf as your liner, but if you don't like, you can put it here. Thank you, thank you. Surprise! Thank you.
Your dessert spread for tonight. How's your dinner?
Enjoy.
Okay, thank you. Alright, so it's a dessert spread. Because I'm one of the chefs who went to Cordillera, and I feel na there's a lot of stories even in desserts. So the first two here is what we had for merienda and chocolate de Baterol. Ang lalim ng menu.
Oh,
No, but I really love puto bongbong. So it's our version of puto bongbong. This one is fancier than brown butter, and then the chocolate is oro tablea, and then one of our oldest miso is cacao bean miso for the espuma. So I suggest you take a sip first of the baterol and then take a bite of the puto bongbong. And instead of condensed milk pala, this one's caramelized white chocolate with some milk. And then for the ice cream, the inspiration is rice grains and Cordillera. It's called heirloom rice. So they pass down generations to generations on how they plant rice. But apparently it's about to get extinct kasi yung mga bata nowadays, they really doesn't parang want farming na. Yeah, and also yung supply and demand din nung pagtatanim nila ng heirloom rice doon. It's not hefty enough na pag-produce sila ng madami. So what you have here is brown heirloom rice, toasted for the flavor of the rice cream. And then you have black puff rice for crunchy texture. And then for flavor, I'm going for local black sesame streusel because this one, I'm going for like cookies and cream route for the rice cream. And then for this, the tart is inspired by pasalubongs or takeaways in Baguio City. So we have the lengua de gato tart, coconut diplomat, and then apparently we have local blueberries. So nung pumunta kami ng market, may nakita kaming nagtitinda nito. And I was so happy. Kailangan sa dessert ko yun. So now we're getting the blueberries from her. So this one is quite tangy in flavor. I suggest you eat that one last para mag-cleanse yung palate mo afterwards. And then for this is one of the most simple one out of all. Pero it holds so much story sa Cordillera. This is called Inandila or Inangdila, mother tongue. This is like their celebratory food. Kaya each town we went to, parang ito yung sinuserve nila sa amin palagi. And underneath, naglagay lang kami ng bukayo custard. So it's more coconut-y in flavor. Enjoy. Thank you. Thank you so much for that.
Baon po, we have some asin sa buyo. This is sea salt. This is made by a 60 years old woman that, living in Zambales. And right now, no one in her family wanted to continue the sea salt making, so it's about the instinct. So we kind of wanted to help this woman spread the word about her asin sa buyo. And if you want to know more about the sea salt, you can read it here. We also printed some description and some history of this sea salt. And also some thank you postcard and for celebrating your birthday with us. Really appreciate. So yeah. And then also some detailed description about the menu for tonight. So this is also served as your souvenir for tonight. Thank you very much. And happy birthday again. I hope you enjoy your birthday. Thank you.